Happy Monday. How are we this morning?
We're good. It's Thanksgiving week, baby.
God, are you guys getting your pie pants ready? I am. Get them ready. You got to get them stretched out. Here we go.
Got to get them ready. It's probably a good time to remind everyone that today and tomorrow there will be shows as normal, but then we are going to be eating our faces off for the rest of the week, and we'll not have shows.
You got to prep on Wednesday, and then Thursday is the big feast.
It's the big feast. So today and tomorrow. So don't be alarmed on Wednesday morning if you try to tune into our live show and there isn't one. It's because there isn't one.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Listen, Jay-Z felt it was important, and I agree, that someone talk about the fact that Christians are being killed and kidnapped in Nigeria. This continues to be a thing. There was an earlier count of 215 school children from St. Mary's, which is a Catholic school in Nigeria, that were kidnapped, abducted by armed men. And now that number has been increased to 300 kids, 12 teachers who have been abducted. And this is just a thing that's happening in Nigeria, and kind of felt like we should mention that.
Yeah, we feel like we should mention it. People aren't talking about it. This is what a lot of other pundit. Okay, I'm on cup number 3, and I'm doing all right. Other pundits are not talking about it. So we just wanted to make sure that it's at the forefront of the conversation. You guys, this is happening. Pray for these people. Prayer works, but also there needs to be some action. Like, what the hell is going on?
And action starts with awareness. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to do. Also, this is utterly and completely unrelated, but I thought it was an interesting little catch by someone who noticed that way back in 1995, September 1995, the New York Times were writing about climate change, saying, and of course, this is when it was global warming, saying that the Earth's warming could set off wide disruptions, and specifically at the most likely rate of rise in terms of the oceans. Some experts say that most of the beaches on the east coast of the U.S. will be gone in 25 years. This was 30 years ago.
That's so weird.
Right. So Chris Martz said the New York Times reports that East Coast beaches could disappear within 25 years. Oh, wait, never mind. That was written 30 years ago, which is so ridiculous, and which prompted Ron DeSantis, Governor Ron DeSantis, to be exact, who said there is a cottage industry of media reports over the decades predicting the state of Florida would be totally underwater by now, and there is never accountability for being wrong. They just move to the next narrative, and that is so true and infuriating.
They just say the things willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah. Hashtag willy-nilly. Not okay.
It's not okay, you guys. It's not. It is not okay.
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's still a beach there.
There's beaches all over the East Coast.
Everywhere. Jerks. Yeah.
It just makes me mad.
Everybody needs to be taking their healthy salve. Make sure you're doing it, okay? I take the hair, skin, and nails every single day. Get 20% off your first order. healthycell.com/chicks, promo code chicks. Do your hair, skin, and nails a favor. Do it.
All right. So there was big news after we got off the air on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday.
It was Friday.
And the big news was that Marjorie Taylor Greene. Nope, that's not it. That's the wrong. It's the wrong slide. The big news is that Marjorie Taylor Greene announced that she is resigning from Congress effective January 5th of next year, which just happens to coincide with the day that she would be qualified for a pension. Now, that pension in her case is going to be about $8,700 a year, starting at age 62. Plus, of course, she'll have lifetime health benefits that we will pay for.
Wow, a year, $8,700 a year. Okay. All right.
Because she's only been in Congress, I think, for 5 years.
Right.
Yeah,
but
I think that's right.
Lifetime health benefits. It's a good gig if you can get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she started, let's see, her net worth was at $700,000 before she went into Congress. Now it's at around $22 million. So again.
But that's because of her construction and crossfitting or something.
Right. 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 She doesn't have to work anymore, you guys. And a lot of that is because of congressional privilege. That's what it is. It's congressional privilege. That's what these people have. We give it to them. You're welcome, MTG.
Yeah. And as Carissa on Twitter pointed out, she said, don't be mad at Marjorie Taylor Greene for collecting her lifetime pension. Be furious that any of them can collect it after 5 years. Why are we allowing these people to have different rules and standards than us when we're having to pay for it? It's a great question.
It's absolute bullcrap. It is. It's gross. And she's out there complaining. She is part of the swamp. She is that now. If she doesn't like it, she shouldn't take that pension.
She's waiting until she's qualified, though. Right. So she wants to make sure she gets it.
Of course she is.
And honestly, it's a bullshit move because she's leaving in the middle of a term, which is then going to leave the House with a 2-person majority for the GOP. And that, of course, includes Thomas Massie, who votes against everything every time.
Right.
And so there really is no majority. And it's going to be really, really difficult for Republicans to pass anything because she decided to leave in the middle of her term, which is bullshit. She was elected to a term. She should serve the whole term and then resign. Like, why can't she just leave after the election? Like a reasonable, normal person.
She's a quitter.
She's a big fat quitter.
She's a quitter. And she's a rich quitter. Because she got rich because of that congressional privilege. So I guess congratulations. You are the swamp now. Congratulations.
And she's whining. Like she released, you guys, it was an over 10-minute video. We're not playing a single speck of it, but it was over 10 minutes just blathering on and on and on about why she is quitting. And ultimately, it came down to Trump was mean to me. I mean, like that. I mean, she's basically saying Trump is mean and I can't do what I want to do. And so therefore, I'm just going to go back and hang out.
La la la. It was that jumping up and down. And I can't change anything. So when?
So I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit.
You're a freaking quitter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so Trump responded, if you want to read the tweet that he put out about Marjorie Taylor Greene, here it is.
Okay, here we go. Marjorie Trader Brown, because of plummeting poll numbers and not wanting to face a primary challenger with a strong Trump endorsement where she would have no chance of winning, has decided to call it quits. Her relationship with the worst Republican congressman in decades, Tom Massie of Kentucky, also known as Rand Paul Jr., because he votes against the Republican Party and really good legislation, did not help her. For some reason, primarily that I refused to return her never-ending barrage of phone calls, Marjorie went bad. Nevertheless, I will always appreciate Marjorie and thank her for her service to our country, President Donald J. Trump. He should have just tweeted, "Quiet, piggy." I mean,
he's so funny because he'll say like all the mean things, but then he'll also be like, but she's great. Like everything's great. She's fine.
I appreciate your service. Thanks for your service. Appreciate it.
So a lot of people were commenting on the fact that when he stepped out of the White House over the weekend, he was wearing a burgundy scarf and looking very dapper. And in fact, searches apparently for burgundy scarf like went through the roof after people saw him in it because he did look very dapper. And he was asked while wearing this scarf about Marjorie Taylor Greene. And the reporter asked, "Do you forgive her?" And he thought that that was a really weird question. And I think it is a really weird question. And here is how he dealt with said weird question.
Are you willing to forgive Congresswoman Taylor Greene?
Forgive for what? No, I just disagreed with her philosophy. She started backing perhaps the worst Republican congressman in our history, just stupid person named Massie. And I said, go your own way. And once I left her, she resigned because she would never have survived a primary. But I think she's a nice person.
They forget that they're talking to Trump. You know what I mean? They forget he doesn't make decisions based on his feels. This is not who he is. They're not talking to Obama, you know?
Right.
So maybe find a different line of questioning.
Do you need to forgive her? Are you going to find forgiveness? Give me a break.
How do you feel?
It's just so dumb.
It's like, this is business. Shut up.
All right. So Jasmine Crockett was asked about Marjorie Taylor Greene quitting, and somehow Jasmine made it about herself And so here's what she said.
Shocking announcement from Congresswoman Green. What went through your mind when you first heard she was going to resign on January 5th?
You know what? Honestly, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You're on the other side of the president for 1 week and you can't take the heat. Imagine what it is to sit in my shoes, to not only be on the opposite side of him, but to have people like her who are constantly fanning the flames of hate. And imagine what those threats look like when you literally are someone like me.
Literally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Literally someone like me.
That's like me, literally me. That's all I heard. That's all I heard.
Well, that's pretty much all she said,
What
real.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Someone was just asking if Omaha steaks were from America. Yes, they are. It's all American-made goodness. So Jasmine, speaking of Jasmine, I don't even know what the audience is that she's speaking to here, but she was talking about how illegal immigration is good fiscal policy, you guys. Illegal immigration, which has made our country a huge mess, thanks to Biden allowing millions and millions and millions of illegals in. She's saying it's good fiscal policy. I'll let her explain it. It's crazy. Behold.
But I am. Because they so I don't think that they will. But I do think it's important that we educate people. And undocumented folk account for approximately $100 billion in tax revenue. So like, it's just good fiscal policy is what I would like to say about it.
That's what she would like to say that about it. Oh my God. That's real hair, isn't it? A giant thing coming out.
I don't know what's going on up there, but that is so freaking. So even if that's true, that like because of sales tax, for example, when illegals buy things, they pay sales tax or whatever. The amount of resources that they drain more than exceeds. Yes, of course. And so for her to say that and be that ignorant is just, it tracks.
Yeah. The stupid is off the charts.
Off the charts. I mean, yikes. Yeah. Speaking of stupid being off the charts, guess who doesn't like the fact that she's no longer in Congress anymore? And guess who's going to make another run for Congress?
Oh, God.
Everyone, I have an announcement.
I can't. More squad.
Oh, my God. There's so many stripes on that dress.
It's a lot of zigzagging.
A lot. So many zigzags.
It's a lot.
Going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's offensive.
It is. I feel personally attacked by that dress. I feel personally. You guys. So is there a lawyer out there? Yeah.
So for those of you who may be listening and not watching, it's Cori Bush. Cori Bush, of course, lost her last run for Congress, to be reelected. Nobody wanted that. And so now she's like, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. Doing it again.
You hate me? Doesn't matter. I'm going to run again. This is the thing. These people have no sense of self-reflection at all.
And you know what? She'll probably win is the bad thing.
She probably will, because there are stupid people out there. She probably will.
Yeah. Speaking of stupid people running for office, Eric Swalwell, not content with his current role as a representative, he wants to go bigger and bolder, and he thinks that California is a whole ass country.
I love California. It's the greatest country in the world. Greatest country in the world. But that's why it pisses me off to see Californians running through the fields where they work from ICE agents or troops in our streets.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It's absolutely
or cancer research
horrifying.
Being canceled.
Okay.
It's awful to look at. And our state, this great state, needs a fighter and a protector, someone who will bring prices down, lift wages up. And we can say that we're the fourth largest economy in the world, and we are, and I love to brag about that. But what does that mean if you can't afford to live here? So I've been in these fights as a city council member up in Dublin, my hometown, as a prosecutor in Oakland, and taking on the most corrupt president ever in the US Congress. But I'm ready to bring this fight home. So I came
memorized.
here tonight, Jimmy, to tell you
It is so
your
memorized.
audience that I'm running to be the next governor of California.
This is a
People,
crowd.
they're happy about it.
I know.
There was a standing ovation, actually.
It's nuts that they're happy about it. Like, what has he done? Because, you know, he is from Dublin. He was in Dublin. My kids lived in Dublin for quite some time before they moved here, and they escaped the hell that is California. What has he done? That's the thing. What kills me is that these people are there and they're serving, and then they want to serve more after they've done nothing in the places in which they've served. You know what I mean? Like, and people are like, oh yeah, he's great. Really? What has he done? He banged a Chinese spy. And he actually wants to be able to vote by phone, you guys. He said that. Like, he's an idiot. And they're like, yeah, he'd be great. He totally could run a state. He has no qualifications at all to run a state. None. But
listen, he cusses really well. So remember all the videos where he's like, what the fuck is up with this?
Right.
Ooh.
I know.
So stupid.
and his TDS is off the charts, which is a lot of people. I mean, so many of these people need to be disqualified just on that alone. Like, he's not running against Trump. None of these people are running against Trump. Trump is going to be gone pretty soon in the next couple of years. So this whole notion of I'm fighting Trump, that's dumb. What are you going to do for California? What have you done for California? What are you doing personally to make the state better, to make your area better? And people aren't focusing on that, and they're doing it to their demise.
This is what people do. I mean, this is why people say we get the government we deserve. Right. So just to give you an idea of what his campaign ads are going to look like, here's a little taste of one. And don't you worry, he does throw some cursing in there because that's what he's good at.
Okay.
I want to be a governor that, mirrors that heart, but not just mirrors it and understands it, but takes a get shit done approach for the people here and not let bureaucracy or anything else get in the way. And that's the promise that I've made.
That's great.
He's been in office for quite some time. What have you done? That would be the question that I'd be asking. What have you done? Because he's not talking
That's
about
unreasonable.
that.
Why would you ask him something so unreasonable?
It's like in the private sector, you have to give a progress report of what you've done. You have performance reviews. Most people have them every year, sometimes twice a year. You were in HR, and people come to you and they say, this is the shit that I've actually done. If he's going to be talking about getting shit done, what have you done, Eric, besides bang a spy? What have you done?
He farted on TV.
Oh, that's right. You did fart on TV. That's right. You did that. Yeah. Nothing. He's done nothing.
Nothing. Closer to your neck of the woods, here is an interesting primary battle that apparently is happening. Or actually, I don't know if it's a primary, but the ShamWow guy is going to be running to challenge 81-year-old Congressman John Carter from Texas, who I've never heard of. Yes, in a primary.
Okay. All right. I like it. The ShamWow guy. Let's do it. Let's do this.
Because Ron was saying, wait, wasn't he like arrested for like meth or something? I don't even know. He's got a history.
That tracks. It totally
He does
tracks.
have a history.
Right. I mean, why not become a politician? That totally tracks. Right.
And then moving back across the country, heading back out west, is another interesting person who has decided to run for governor of Idaho. And she, I think, is running as an independent socialist. Here's a little introduction to Maxine.
Maxine Duran, and I'm running for governor of Idaho in 2026 as an independent socialist candidate. I'm running as an independent socialist. I'm also running as a proud member of Democratic Socialists of America. I'm a member of the Southern Idaho DSA chapter, but I've also been endorsed by the chapters in Boise and the Idaho Falls and Pocatello area. It's important to me to talk about what I am because I think it's important to take that name back for ourselves. People say socialist like it's just automatically a bad word. And the reality is, it does have a meaning. Look at my platform. Take a look at what I'm running for. Yes, it's socialism. But these are the kinds of policies that I think most Idahoans agree we need right now.
Chris said, oh my God, Janet Reno is reincarnated. I'm done. He did kind of look like Janet Reno.
I mean, a little bit, you guys.
I'm running for office. Yeah, you are definitely a dude. You are. This is what kills me about some of these transgenders is they just don't try.
Yeah, they don't try to pass, as they say.
It used to be that that's what they did. They at least tried. I give them a little bit of credit, you know, because they'd try to pass. I mean, you could see the Adam's apple. You're like, listen, we know we're on to you, but they put in the effort. That dude,
right?
He just put his hair back and put on a dress. That's not putting in the effort, dude. Okay.
Yeah. See Blair White for an example of somebody who puts in the effort. That's a passer right there.
See some effort.
I just feel bad for the people in Idaho. I mean, that's good luck with all of that. You're probably going to need to have yourself a drink. And may we recommend one from RepublicanRed.com.
You guys, we love this stuff. And Thanksgiving is not Thanksgiving without lots of food, like too much food, and then friendly political talk at the table, right? It keeps it lively, okay? And you probably need to get a little tipsy to handle that, okay? My favorite is the 45-47 sparkling wine. I'm a Prosecco girl, and this is sparkly and bubbly and bright and yummy, and I love it. And I love the bottle, and I love all of Republican Red's wines, and they're delicious, and the bottles are gorgeous, which, I mean, I love that. I love that they're bottles because it's great wine, but then the bottles are gorgeous, right? Because they're wonderful gifts. And all the wine is great with pie. Trust me. I know this. Pie and wine. There's nothing better than pie and wine, you guys. There are a lot to choose from. There's like Vino Maha and Drill Baby Drill and Double Magnum of Midnight Hammer. There's all sorts of really great names and wines and bottles. They have over 7,500 reviews, averaging 4.8 stars because Republican Red knows how to make good wine. Okay. So you can use code CHICKS to save $5 off your order. Just head to RepublicanRed.com, use code CHICKS, grab a case for the holidays. You're going to need a case.
Stock up.
All right. You're going to be drinking some wine. So why not get the best from a conservative winery? That's RepublicanRed.com, code CHICKS. And join their mailing list too. Do that.
Do it. So on Friday, we were talking about the fact that the meeting between Zohran Mamdani and President Trump was imminent. It was happening later, that day after our show. And we've got just a couple little clips from that meeting. It sounds like it was very friendly. And that's what I expected, which is kind of why I didn't want it to happen, to be honest with you, because I just thought Zohran doesn't deserve this level of attention from the president of the United States. But Trump was very, jovial, and like they got along just fine because Trump gets along with everybody. But there was a moment where Jack Posobiec was there in the press pool when it came time for Q&A, and he was pressing Mamdani on that whole idea of raising taxes in predominantly white neighborhoods. You remember how that was a thing in the campaign?
Right.
And Zohran does not want to admit that's what he's doing, that it's a race-based punishment, essentially. He keeps saying, no, it happens to be in these neighborhoods, but it has nothing to do with race. Yeah, it does. Here is the back and forth between Jack and Zohran.
Is manageable to actually get through and not the cause of yet another weight that we see in our city.
To be clear, you're continuing this idea of race-based property taxes.
No, to be very clear,
that's what you said.
No, the use of the term was a description of neighborhoods, not a description of intent.
So you intend to tax the whiter neighborhoods more?
No, we intend to create a fair property tax system because we want a New York City that is not only fair and equitable, but also one that every New Yorker can afford.
What that means is that you're going to tax the white neighborhoods more. So.
And I love Trump's face during that whole line of questioning. He's just like, this guy is such a schmuck, And
he's such a swindler.
He knows it. He just it's somebody said, keep your enemies closer. And I think that's exactly what he's doing. And I think I know that Trump loves New York City. He loves it.
Oh, for sure.
He doesn't want to see it go to hell. He doesn't. A lot of us are out here going, just let it burn and then let them wallow in the mess that they've made. But I don't think he wants that to happen.
Yeah.
So
he's got a lot of interest there still.
He does. Right.
There was also the moment where, and I don't remember which reporter asked this, but they put Zohran on the spot and said, listen, you've called Trump a fascist before. You're standing right next to him. Do you still believe that? And the way that Trump handles this is perfect. I promise it's coming.
To Stephen Nelson, he asked about your comment calling the president a fascist. And your answer was, both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about.
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
And Mr. President, I wanted to ask you.
It's my favorite.
He's just like, it's fine. You can say it. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
Fine. He's like,
so
listen,
whatever.
They shot me in the head. Whatever. I don't care. You can call me all the names you want. He doesn't care. He doesn't.
He doesn't care.
Untouchable. Whatever. Uh-huh.
But it is true that the word is utterly meaningless. It's been rendered meaningless because of its overuse. And so that's why Trump is like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. You can call me that. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's like people calling us racists. You know, it's like the left calling all of us racists and Nazis and all. And it's like, shut up. Whatever. You ruined it.
Exactly. So then Zohran went on the Kristen Welker's show, whatever that show is, and she asked him again, are you seriously, like, even after you've met with him, even after you had this lovely conversation, are you still saying that Trump is a fascist? Here's what he said.
At press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer. Then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do.
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And
So again, what was the point of this meeting? What was it?
I don't know if it was posturing or if it was Trump being kind of like the alpha male, where he's like trying to establish dominance over this guy, which is what I think it. My eye on you. If you come into my office, and believe me, I'm in charge. I'm the one who's in charge. Don't forget it. I kind of feel like that's what this was all about. And he wanted to show him that. And I that's how I take it, at least, because he is still in charge, you know?
Well, you're not alone, because there's a New York City councilwoman by the name of Vickie Paladino. Vickie Paladino. She is so New York, you guys. And she thought this was a masterful play by Trump, and she doesn't think it's going to go well for Mamdani. Here she is to explain.
Trump played chess. Today was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I am in the city council. I work with DSA council members. And I will tell you this guy's got a lot of answering to do when he comes back to New York, because he's got the DSA Linda Saussure types that are going to hold his hands over the fire for taking a meeting with Trump, let alone come out of it buddy-buddy. I think Trump was brilliant. I think Mamdani actually, we need the president, cannot move forward without, federal dollars. So he knows he's between a rock and a hard place. And this has always been the question about Zohran. How is he going to navigate this? How's he going to appease the DSA? Because that's who he is, clearly. And they stand behind him 100%. He's going to have a hard time explaining this to them.
I love Vickie.
I know,
totally
right?
love her.
She's so New York.
I want to
I
party
love her.
with Vickie. I totally want to party with her. Vickie, like, call us.
I do love Vickie. And perhaps she's right. I mean, I think that's true. Like, there's going to be people who voted for him that are like, why would you give that man the time of day?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why would you go grovel, essentially?
It was a power play, and he did a great job.
It was.
With that. Trump is the best. He's the master of that. So good at it.
Okay, moving on to another topic, which was a hot topic last week. And that was that seditious video that, what was it, 6 different Democrat Congress people decided to make for no discernible reason that even they can explain at this point. Trump continues to rage about this. There's a pair of tweets that you'll read that he posted over the weekend about this. Here they are.
Many great legal scholars agree that the Democrat traitors that told the military to disobey my orders as president have committed a crime of serious proportion. And just remember, this is all in caps, you guys.
All caps.
He's screaming it. The traitors that told the military to disobey my orders should be in jail right now, not roaming the fake news networks trying to explain that what they said was okay. It wasn't and never will be. It was sedition at the highest level, and sedition is a major crime. There can be no other interpretation of what they said. Yes.
I mean,
Agreed. I totally agree. They cannot tell you, here's the one thing that we're telling you to be seditious about. They're being seditious because they don't like Orange Man. They don't like him. And they just happen to not like the commander in chief that is in office right now. Well, tough patooties. You don't get to decide that. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, in the military who were like, I didn't like Obama. I didn't like Biden. Well, tough. That's your commander in chief. If they give an order, you have to follow that order, whether you like it or not. You're in the military. I cannot believe these people. And they're like trying to rationalize what they're doing.
Yeah. I think when he tweets stuff like this too, I do think it is a signal to Pam Bondi, the Department of Justice, that he wants something to be done about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and maybe they're taking a look at that. I would love that. I would love for these people to get into some massive trouble for doing this ridiculous attention-seeking nonsense that they did.
Unacceptable.
It is. It really, really is. And, he's right. They continue to go on all the talk shows to like try to explain, try to justify, try to basically just to diminish the impact of what they actually said. It's not going to work. And the reason for my name today is because there's one of those people who participated is Maggie Goodlander, who just happens to be Jake Sullivan's wife. And she's one of the people that went on the talk shows to like try to explain what she was doing. And we're going to show you that as soon as we tell you about ReadyWise, because you need to be prepared for any potential emergency or disaster. And now that all kinds of socialists are getting into office, I feel like that's imminent.
That's true. You in danger, girl. That's right.
Yeah.
And also fall weather, fall and winter. I'm thinking about fall and winter now because it's finally starting to cool off here in Texas. And this is when I start thinking about ice storms in the next few months.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you started thinking about soup.
No, that's you, Mog. She's always thinking about soup and banana
Are
chips.
you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. So there's all like in January, February, inevitably there's like some sort of weird ice thing that happens here. But it's crucial to prepare for any sort of emergency because we've lived through some crazy stuff since 2020, y'all. All of us have, no matter where you live. And it's good to have a stash of emergency food on hand at all times because you never know when you're going to lose like power and heat. And so we always have a 72-hour emergency food kit in our storm shelter. ReadyWise also has a 1-month food supply and all sorts of, they have a ton of stuff on their site to get you prepped. If you're into prepping, this is the place to check out at ReadyWise.com. They are the place. And with their food, all you got to do is mix with water and voila, you're set. They have a shelf life of 25 years. They taste great. Ask Mock. She busts into hers all the time.
I do.
But they also have essential emergency supplies like first aid kits and generators and all sorts of like backup power solutions. They have lots of solar stuff. So visit ReadyWise.com, use code CHICKS10 for 10% off your order, build your emergency food supply today and get all the other stuff too. Okay. And it's also great for Christmas presents. This is cool stuff, right? ReadyWise.com for 10% off, code CHICKS10. Do it.
Do it. All right. So Maggie Goodlander, you're going to hear her now on the struggle bus a little bit. I think it's that one chick from CNBC that's doing the grilling, and she has no patience for this woman. You can tell it's kind of glorious. Behold right here.
What illegal orders are you urging troops to refuse, and what do you hope they take away from your message?
Alex, we love this country. We love our Constitution. It is our job as lawmakers, and especially in this moment, to be clear morally, to be clear legally, and simply and clearly stating what the law says, what the Uniform Code of Military Justice says. It's not a crime. It is not treason. It is not sedition. It is our job. And I think it's really important that we do our jobs in this moment.
That made absolutely zero sense.
Exactly.
You can tell. Who's she married to again? Who?
Jake Sullivan. Right. Remember that like absolute lizard of a person?
Yeah. That tracks. Totally tracks. Yeah. She seems like a weasel too, like just void of a backbone.
They all do, man. They cannot explain this in any possible way that makes sense. In fact, Alyssa Slotkin was also making the rounds, and we've got a couple clips of her because it's just so ridiculous. Like, she was asked directly, okay, so what illegal order has Trump given? This should be the easiest question, right? This should be the reason they created the video in the first place, but they can't answer it. Here's an example.
So let's talk right now. Do you believe President Trump has issued any illegal orders?
To my knowledge, I am not aware of things that are illegal, but certainly there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes.
I'm not aware of anything that's been illegal. I just really wanted to be in this video.
Yeah, right. I know. I had a really good time making it, and there was hair and makeup that day. I can't. What these people are awful. They're awful, you know. And the left talks about like democracy and all this stuff. Look at them. Look at what they're doing. They're the biggest projectioners ever. These people are not doing their job. They are seditionists, is what they are.
Yep.
Insurrectionists,
God, I hope,
if you will.
I hope there's some consequence.
I
really, really do.
It got to Pam Bondi. Pay attention. Are you watching?
Yes. Hello. Hello, Pam. Alyssa also was, because there was a lot of back and forth about this, but one of the questions that what's her face had, who was that journalist lady? I can't remember her name.
What's her name, you guys? What's her name?
I can't remember. Cannot remember.
It usually helps.
This always usually helps.
I don't know. It didn't help.
Raddatz, Martha Raddatz. It just came to me.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Martha. So she was she pressed her some on this whole idea of like, what are the illegal orders? Why did you make this video in the first place? And Alyssa tried to use this example of, well, I mean, in the past, there have been illegal orders given to people and then they do the things, and that's illegal. Just look at Nuremberg and just look at, and I'm not making this up, the movie A Few Good Men.
Oh my God.
Not lying, you guys. Watch.
It's very clear that no one should follow an illegal order, but it's very murky when you look at what is an illegal order. And if you go into morally, ethically, that's a pretty tough thing to look at and say, how do I navigate this?
Look, if you're going back to Nuremberg, right, they told me to do it, that's why I murdered people, is not an excuse. If you look at popular culture, there's you watch, A Few Good Men, we have plenty of examples since World War II.
There's a movie where that happened, you guys, so we should definitely put out this video, this seditious video.
I can't believe that she said that out loud. I can't. This is you guys. That we're living in idiocracy right now. That's pure idiocracy. It happened in a movie. Oh my God. Okay.
Isn't it amazing? I just love that.
Remarkable. It is remarkable. She said it and then she acted like that was a smart thing to say.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that actually happened. Then we have some commentary from Batya Ungar-Sargon on this very issue. Spot on, as she always is. Take a listen.
A group of Democratic lawmakers who served in the military or as intelligence officers put out a disturbing video this week encouraging our armed service members to refuse orders from the Trump administration. I'm sorry, this video is appalling. How exactly is the administration pitting our military against American citizens?
Right.
How has it threatened the Constitution? The administration has abided by every single court order, including patently ridiculous ones that were immediately overturned by higher courts. They are suggesting the military disobey orders from the executive branch, and they call Trump an insurrectionist. Those defending the video argue that it's simply stating a fact. Members of the military should refuse illegal orders. But the subtext of the video is obvious. Trump is not a legitimate president, and his orders should be treated as suspect by our men and women in uniform.
Yes.
100%. God, she's so right.
I mean, totally disobey his orders, unless he asks you to take a vaccine. And in that case, I mean,
that's rough.
You got to take it, right? You got to take the vaccine, right? Unless you want to lose your job. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Lastly, on this topic, we have a video that only Josh Sider could have made, you guys, because he was able to take this issue and transify it as follows.
Hey guys, so by now most of you have heard that Trump just called for the execution of members of Congress. On behalf of all conservatives, I want you to know that it is absolutely unacceptable to judge Trump for being trans-verbalized. Trump identifies as having not said those words. And as you know, it is not okay to judge someone for being assigned the wrong vocabulary at birth. So a lot of the people that are talking mess about Trump need to check their cis-verbalized messaging and understand that there are a lot of people out there with trans messages, okay?
I don't even know what any of that means, but I loved it.
But they don't either. They don't know either when they make this crap up. So it was a beautiful video.
Yeah, that is classic Josh Sider. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Totally.
All right, well, we'll see what happens if the Justice Department decides to act on that or not. I hope that they do, because this is ridiculous. Democrats have gotten full on ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, Michelle Obama is a thing. And so, as you know, and we've shown, she's been going around everywhere. I don't exactly know why people continue to give her such a huge platform and so much attention.
Did she write another book? What's happening with her? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Has she taken Ozempic? What do we think?
Oh, yeah. Without question.
She's totally taken Ozempic, right, guys?
Yes.
Like, she's really thin now. Okay.
Really thin. Yeah. Okay. So she's still, she's making all the big talk shows and talking about how the United States isn't ready for a woman president. Okay. She's insisting that white people keep telling her how to do her hair. She's talking about how, first ladies are beautiful and sexy, even if they're black women. Like, nobody has said otherwise, but she really wants to point that out. She was on one of the night shows to say just that.
I wanted to take advantage of the fact that as the first lady, yes, you can be smart and educated and beautiful and sexy and interesting and all those things. And yes, you can be a black woman, a tall 5'11" black woman.
Did someone suggest that was not possible?
No, nobody did. She's so defensive.
Why is she so bitter?
I don't know. She's so bitter and so defensive. And it's like, I just don't think that Barack is paying enough attention to her.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is. Something's going on in that house where he is just not bringing her flowers anymore or something. Like,
you don't bring me flowers.
You don't sing me love songs. It's like something is happening because she is bitching a whole lot.
Yeah, that's all she ever does is sound ungrateful.
All she does is bitch. And women who are satisfied don't do that. So
that's a good point.
I'm putting it out there. It's a theory. Run with it. Somebody's not satisfying her. That's all.
Well, I saw she did a cover spread for People magazine. There's like video of behind the scenes of her getting like photographed. I don't know which publication this is for, but here's another behind the scenes of her getting photographed looking very, very Ozempified.
Yeah, she's very thin.
Very Ozempified. I mean, that's thin.
Yeah, she's looking really thin. That is definitely not. That's not like, let me tell you my diet and exercise secrets. That secret is Ozempic.
Yeah,
what that is. Everybody's on it.
So I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't she be?
Did you see the fake hair?
Oh yeah, and that's the photograph that they get.
Yeah,
they'll show the still at the end. Like there she is shaking that hair, and there's the photo.
Yeah, I mean, give me a break.
I know. That's just ridiculous.
And she really is oppressed, you guys. Look at how oppressed she is.
I mean, she is constantly struggling, always struggling.
I mean, that right there shows you, that picture shows you how just much on the struggle bus she is. I feel so sorry for her that her day is spent doing that. Well, everybody else is hard at work.
It's so sad.
Right.
The struggle is real for her, you guys. The struggle is real. And also, the struggle is real for men who want to find a really well-fitting, comfortable, luxurious, but also like put together plain classic t-shirt.
That's a great way to put it.
We have the answer.
Yeah, we have a great new sponsor, True Classic. They're all about bringing like comfy clothing to the masses, but especially for men. T-shirts for men, okay? They've sold over 25 million shirts. They've earned over 200,000 five-star reviews.
That's
And
amazing.
Dudes love their shirts because they have like the perfect fit shirts, okay? This is the thing. They're all about like comfort wear. They have other ones too. They have like women's and kids' clothes too, but really it's all about the men. They have really, really great fitting shirts. They're affordable. You can be polished and comfortable. And so you can go to trueclassic.com. This is a great gift for Christmas. We're all about giving you the gift ideas this time of year, okay? And they're all about being like a brand for men. So super soft, super nice. You can actually find them at Amazon, Target, Costco, and Sam's Club, but you can go straight to trueclassic.com/chicks and get them through us, okay?
And then they'll know. They'll know that you heard about them
from us. Trueclassic.com/chicks. Do it.
You're going to like the way your dude looks in these tees too. I'm
That's
just
true.
saying.
That's true.
All right. Speaking of Michelle, Bill Maher, not impressed with her attitude. And I thought that was interesting coming from Bill Maher. Here he is to talk about Michelle Obama and her tude.
I mean, her statement, I was rather shocked by it.
Yeah.
She said, as we saw in the past election, sadly, we ain't ready. Okay, to me, this is logical fallacy 101.
Right.
Just because we weren't ready or didn't like the candidates, Hillary and
Exactly.
Kamala, doesn't mean we're not ready for a woman. Maybe. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running because you are all lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not, so don't waste my time. We've got a lot of growing up to do, and there are still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman. I think it's a bad attitude. I do. I mean, we said we weren't ready for a black president, and someone, I can't remember who, maybe she remembers, said maybe it just has to be the right one.
That's the thing.
It's a great point. It's a great point about the black president. Yeah, I just the lack of gratefulness in her is just staggering to me. Like maybe it's just because I'm such I just feel like everybody should be grateful every day that you're just American. Like I love being American. She just has such a lack of gratitude. It makes, I hate that about her. I really do. Like look at what you've accomplished, whether you're black or white or polka dotted. You've accomplished so much in this wonderful country because it's America, regardless of your race, of your gender or whatever, you did it because you're American. And she can't even recognize that. Like, what is wrong with you?
She's awful. And once again with Batya, Ungar-Sargon, she chastised all of us for letting Michelle Obama down again. I just love this clip from Batya.
Friends, we've let Michelle Obama down again.
Yes.
The former First Lady has a habit of expressing her immense and exhausting disappointment in her husband, in men in general, and in the country that elected her husband president twice. Speaking at the Brooklyn Academy of Music this week, Michelle told people to stop asking her to run for president. This damn country just isn't ready for her.
Oh my God.
Really? She can't imagine a single other reason people might have been hesitant to vote for Kamala Harris. Right. This is why the Democrats are so lost. It's run by people like the Obamas who are worth an estimated $70 million who think the country has failed them.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Perfectly said.
They think we have failed them and somehow they are oppressed. How about you?
They've been victimized by their stint at the White House.
Yeah.
Poor Barry and Michelle.
Have fun at your photo session.
Just so ridiculous.
I know, right?
And just as a reminder of the two women that America was just simply not ready to vote for, it had nothing to do with the fact that they're beasts. Here's Kamala getting asked by a reporter why she did not release the Epstein files. I just found this amusing.
Can you tell us why your administration didn't release the Epstein files? Can you tell us? 4 years, but you guys didn't do it. What's your take on it?
Cat got your tongue, Kamala?
So weird. She can't answer that question.
It's super weird, right? Yeah, we dodged that bullet, and we also dodged this one.
I wish that there could be like a huge national sound system. And we would all wake up and they'd say, attention, attention, we have found the problem and we have solved it. He is gone.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How does it feel sleeping in a separate house than your husband?
They are like, why aren't you ready for women?
Yeah.
Because these are the options that you have given so far.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, but no. We're going to pass.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Lord.
All right, we need to move on to Erika Kirk's appearance on tour with Megyn Kelly. So we've been waiting and waiting for this. We knew that Erika was going to be on one of the stops of Megyn Kelly's live tour, and that full interview will be out today. So be on the lookout for that. But we do have a couple of clips to share in the meantime. And one of the questions that Megyn asked was just more information about how Erika, in that extraordinarily powerful moment that nobody will forget, that she forgave Charlie's killer. And Megyn, like me, I'm sure I speak for you too, she's like, I could not do that.
I wouldn't do it.
I could not do it.
I would be out for revenge. I'd be doing
Yes.
myself. I'd be like full on in tactical gear trying to find him myself and trying to,
Right.
I'm just a different kind of person. Yeah.
Same. I mean, and Erika is just, she is in a class by herself.
Right.
And so here's what she said about that. Because Megyn was like, what would you say to his parents? Here's what she said.
Well, right across the way here, there was that extraordinary moment where you forgave his accused killer. And I looked and I said, that's the most powerful, strongest thing I've ever seen anybody do in my life. And then somebody helped me understand, because I thought I could never do it. I could never do it. And somebody said to me, forgiveness is an action, not an emotion. And I was like, okay, that's getting me closer to feeling like I could do it. If I don't actually have to feel loving in my heart toward the person. But I wonder, like, how do you, like, if you could say something to him, if you say something to his parents, like, what would it be? Would it be anger? Would it be sympathy? What would it be?
That's a good question. It wouldn't be sympathy. It wouldn't be anger. How do you put this? Anything that I could ever wish upon him or that family would pale in comparison of the justice of God. And so I would look at them almost like, I'm so glad I'm not you.
I'm so glad I'm not you.
Yeah, I love that. People are so awful to her, but they just can't understand that level of faith.
Mm-hmm.
And I
think that's right.
I aspire to be like that. I don't think I'll ever be like that. I wish I could be like that. But I mean, it's like she's other level, you know, just she's at another level, you know. And I that's when you raise girls, I look at my 15-year-old daughter and I want her to have that level of faith. You know, she's well on her way. I think she's a godly woman. Yeah. Harley Cat. She's a godly, and I love her for that. I think that's fantastic. I love that. And when she says stuff like, I don't want to be like you. I don't want to, What a
It's
great
so
way-
powerful.
It is powerful. It is.
Yeah.
Right.
She also was asked, and this was one of the lighter moments, but in hindsight, I mean, it's just so ridiculous that people made such a fuss about the way she hugged JD Vance at that Turning Point event, because she put her hand on the back of his head for a brief second, and people lost their absolute shit about it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense, but Megyn asked the question, and here is the conversation.
Forgive me. Did you see people didn't understand the hug that you and JD had? they went to the weirdest places.
Oh my gosh. You guys, please. So for those of you who know me, I hug.
Yes, you're an intense hugger. It's
Whoever
awesome.
is like hating on a hug needs a hug themselves. I will give you a free hug anytime you want a hug. My love language is touch, if you will. But seriously, that hug. So I will give you a play-by-play. I'm walking. They just played the emotional video. I'm walking over. He's walking over. I'm starting to cry. He says he's so proud of you, and I say, God bless you, and I touch the back of his head. Anyone who I've hugged that I have touched the back of your head when I hug you, I always say, God bless you. That's just me. If you want to take that out of context, go right ahead. Again, that to me shows that you need a hug more than anyone else. So if anyone...
They were acting like you touched the back of his ass.
Right. I don't feel like I wouldn't get as much hate if I did that. But no, seriously. So now when I go and hug people, I'll bring them back in and be like, I obviously didn't give you the right hug. Like, let me touch the back of your head.
We got to talk about this, because I give hugs that are very intentional too. I know you do. We're huggers. I give kisses on cheeks. I would hug Ron like that, and I assure you, I don't want to have relations with him. Okay, I don't. I will hug you like that, and I don't want to have relations with you. All right, like I would give you my kidney. I would hug your family like that. Like if you are in my inner circle, I will hug you like that. This is the thing. Like people said, somebody in our chat just said she's very flirty. I didn't see that as being
flirty.
I didn't even see the hug as being flirty. I didn't like that. Maybe it's a perspective thing. Like, listen, my dad's side of the family, I don't have much contact with them now, but growing up, that side of the family, like they're very different than my mom's side of the family. My dad's side of the family, mostly boys. Okay. Very heterosexual, big dudes. When they hugged, and maybe it's like a European thing, because most of them are like Irish, they're Irish Catholic guys, they would hug each other and kiss each other on the cheek. And they were dudes doing this to each other. So it just depends. And then on my mom's side of the family, they're kind of more cold. You know, they're not as much huggy. And so I think it depends on how you're raised. And it is it's a matter of perspective. I am a hugger. I hug people. If I love you, if you're in my inner circle, even if I've known you for a little bit and I've let you in, you're going to get hugged. And so if people have a problem with that, I totally believe her. And I don't find that weird at all. And when people find that weird, I think she's right. I think you need a hug.
Right. And you clearly haven't been the recipient of enough hugs.
Right.
Clearly, because it's such a human thing.
It is.
And there was nothing inappropriate. People kept trying to just grab still photos of the moment that like he had his hand on her waist, she had her hand on his head, making it look so much seedier than it ever was. It was so quick and just sweet. And people suck for trying to make it anything more than that.
Our culture is kind of weird about this. We're a little weird about it. And and definitely they were trying to make something weird about something that doesn't need to be weird.
Right. 100%. Yeah. So Mikey McCoy tweeted that one of the things that Megyn did for Erika was they had those, those firecrackers that shoot up from the stage that Charlie always wanted at every event that they had at his memorial, which again, jerky people were like, when are you going to have all those fireworks at a memorial? Because that was a Charlie thing. And so Megyn did that for Erika when she came out, and here's what that looked like.
You spoke the truth, you gotta be you.
Obviously, she wants to sleep with Megyn. You can tell in that hug.
Totally.
that
Absolutely.
They're totally
it was all
gonna get
sexual.
down.
Totally sexual, you guys. I mean, God, people, get a grip.
I thought that was really nice that they did that.
Yeah.
Okay, this next clip runs a little long on purpose. And we're going to get into a little bit of the Candace stuff, not a whole lot, because basically France and Israel are trying to kill her right now. And so we're going to need to talk about that. But there have been so many things that she has flung onto the wall to implicate people closest to Charlie in his murder that it is absolutely it's reached just insane levels. One of the things that she put out there was this whole idea that Rob McCoy, Pastor McCoy, whose son is Mikey, he told the story like 72 hours after Charlie's death. He told the story about how Mikey had called him immediately after Charlie was shot, immediately after he called Erika, obviously, saying there was blood everywhere, and his dad, in the heat of the moment and all the crazy, thought that meant he was covered with blood, that his own son, Mikey, was covered with blood, and that was not the case. And so Candace took that story and made it like, oh my God, this means that they're somehow responsible for or covering up. It's also stupid. Everything that she like gloms onto is so ridiculous. And to give an example of how ridiculous it is, that she doesn't just assume that the most logical explanation is the right one. We have those guys themselves talking about it on Charlie Kirk's podcast. And I thought this was really important to share because it is such a simple explanation. Here it is.
Great question from Rain, and it's kind of largely about the conspiracy theories, and and I think Blake, you said it well. It's like we have to give space for people to grieve. There is a trial coming up. We understand that sometimes when we don't speak on every topic, it creates a bit of a vacuum, and there is, just so you know, there's a reason for some of the silence on certain things and the choosing not to engage in certain things. But I loved Rain's heart, and you could tell that she is grieved just by Charlie not being with us and the anchor that Charlie was in her life, but also the fact that she wants to carry his mission forward, and she wants everybody to be unified and on the same page. So, Mikey, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, you said it. If there's silence on something, oftentimes people say that it's silent because it's true. No, that's not why. Like, there's so many accusations out there against so many people. Even one of them are like a sermon that my dad gave where he said that I had blood on me. And for the record, like, he gave that sermon. I called my dad moments after everything happened, and I was screaming. I was listening to that call. Blake was next to me. I was screaming on the phone. I said Charlie was shot in the neck, and he had blood all over him.
He said,
and I
think he said there was a lot of blood.
And I said, you need to call every pastor and pray for a miracle. And he thought, for some reason, that I said I had blood on me. So he gives a sermon 72 hours later where he addresses that conspiracy.
Yeah, and he says that
I had blood on me. Okay. I didn't see that sermon. And then about a month later, that was like trending all over social media. And I called my dad and I was like, did you actually say this? And he was like, yeah, I just found out it's not true. So like behind every single one of these are a human being. For an entire month, my dad had to live with nightmares every night that his son actually did have blood all over him.
Didn't you say he got emotional when he found out?
He got emotional when I was on the phone with him being like, that's not true. Why did you say that?
No, he was so glad to hear it wasn't true.
Yeah, like not everything is some grand scheme. And just because someone's not answering all of your questions when you want them to answer your questions does not mean it's
I want to close the loop on this.
I have one more thing.
I think, but there's a lot of people are deeply affected by this.
Yeah.
And for some people, the temptation of something very emotionally upsetting is they want to, frankly, sometimes there's a temptation to lash out. And I would remember that, I would encourage you to remember, all of us love Charlie. All of us care deeply about Charlie. It is fundamentally, I'll just say it is fundamentally outrageous and insane to say that any of us would have wanted Charlie dead or wanted anything bad to happen to him.
Right.
And when we get emails where people just say, you killed Charlie, or like, you're lying about everything, I would strongly encourage those people to reflect on what is motivating them to do these things.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they said that. I'm so glad.
Too. Yeah, I am too. Because, man, people are just out of control.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, to me, the followers of hers are in a full-blown cult. That's what they're all acting like.
Yeah.
That's what she's acting like.
Mhm.
And
she's enjoying
bizarre.
it. She's
Yeah.
getting, I mean, listen, the truth doesn't make her as much money. It doesn't. It simply doesn't. Period. It doesn't. And her followers are like cats chasing lasers on walls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally what it's become, because it is something different every freaking day. And you can't tell me otherwise. That's what's happening. She's all over the place.
All over. And she never closes any of the loops, right? Like, so remember way back when she was talking about how Netanyahu was lying about the letter that Charlie had written him. And then the full letter came out. It was verified by the team that you just saw on the Charlie Kirk show as real. And then she just goes to the next thing. She doesn't ever own that she lied about that. That was, she completely mischaracterized it, but who cares, right? Because now she's on to the next laser dot.
She lied about us. That's enough for me. She lied about us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least I can tell you wholeheartedly that was a lie, because it was.
Yes, we are not deep state soldiers.
We're not.
Surprise.
I know, right? So I mean, like, she's capable of lying. She does it all the time.
All the time. Now, I don't know if her latest, the latest threat on her life is a lie. I would not be surprised if a whole bunch of people would like to have, if it would be threatening her life at this point, because she is so awful. I don't want her. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. But the things that she's saying now they sound kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So if you could read her initial tweet about this new threat, here it is.
Urgent. 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team and national gendarmerie intervention group. I am told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad.
Of course there is.
Were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Javier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware, but I have more specific information which is definitively verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you. Truly, let all be revealed. So wait, so the French Foreign Legion folks were Jewish, and did they all come equipped like with the Jewish space lasers with the bees? I'm just curious.
I don't know if I don't know. Well, we just know of one Israeli that's involved. But now France is wanting her dead.
Did the Macrons have a personal beehive? I'm just curious. I have so many questions. So many.
Well, there's 3 more tweets. Maybe there will be some clarity in them. Here is the next one for your reading pleasure. Here you go.
All right. There will be no official response from the, how do you pronounce that?
The Elysee
Palace, because what I have shared is true. And I have evidence to support my claim. I even have names. Okay. They are likely trying to figure out where the leak came from. We are talking about the murder of citizens for speech. Okay. Has she released the names?
Don't be ridiculous.
What was I thinking? I'm sorry. It's going to change your lives, you guys.
Everything's going to change.
Everything's going to change. Please subscribe.
Here's number 3.
Right. Payments for my assassin ran through the club Descent. Is that what it is?
Descent.
That is what I have been told. This means there is a paper trail, and I would encourage the patriots of France to do what you can to uncover it. Please remember that there is both a female assassin and an Israeli assassin that were picked for this operation. These are joint state operations.
So it's the United States, Israel, and France are all in cahoots to assassinate Candace.
Right, because she's that important. She's very,
very important.
Guys. Very, very important.
Here is another one.
Right. It is not a coincidence that the French legionnaires were in the United States training with our Marines for 3 weeks.
Of course they were.
When those 3 weeks ended in California, another military training exercise began alongside civilians at Camp Riley in Minnesota. French foreign legionnaires were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. They were not the only ones, but they were involved.
Then she released, I mean, you can go to her Instagram stories. She was on a rampage, I guess this was last night. And she said, I had begun to wonder if it were possible that actually Brigitte's lineage was German. As we know as Americans, after World War II, the CIA began Operation Paperclip, where they gave new identifications to Nazi scientists and inserted them into our government. Therefore, it was at the very least a compelling theory that Brigitte's family could have actually been Nazi scientists, and that was the big state secret worth protecting. So just indulge me a little bit more, because there's just a couple more that
we're indulging you.
This is so freaking crazy. I would like to be clear again that I have not confirmed that tip, but Brigitte having a connection to Israel somehow would make sense given the protection he is afforded and the extraordinary lengths taken to guard something so obvious like her true gender. They seem willing to kill over the secret, which signifies to me that her true lineage is from a powerful family. Israel is the only nation that I feel has the pull to demand that Trump call me. It is also the nation that would have had Sergio Gore call me and Charlie Kirk. Anyway, I wanted to share all of that publicly because with the French and Israeli assassination information, I am realizing that the story of Brigitte Macron, which I stumbled upon quite innocently, is about a lot more than a trans woman who groomed Emmanuel Macron.
The batshittery is off the charts. I just can't. Okay.
Anyway, that's what's going on with Candace right now.
Yeah.
So just wanted to make everyone aware. The guy that is known as Older Millennial on all socials, you guys will recognize him right away. He responded to, I know, I do too. Mm-hmm. He responded to all of this from Candace as follows.
Guys, look, we are watching a full-on mental breakdown
right.
in real time. Mm-hmm. So Candace Owens now says not only is the French government looking to assassinate her, but they're the ones who assassinated Charlie. Mm-hmm. Oh, and of course, she made sure to throw in an Israeli. So she claims that the French government has authorized the NGIG to assassinate her. And of course, there's one Israeli that's part of the assassination squad. Because what's a Candace Owens conspiracy theory without a Jew?
Right.
But guys, can somebody get her some help?
Mm-hmm. Like, where's her husband? Where is he?
So missing.
Where is he? I mean, if you and I were out here spewing a bunch of stuff like that every day, I feel like at least one of our husbands would be like, "You okay?
Are you okay?
Are you all right? You all right? Come here. You all right?" I mean,
I know, it's so bizarre.
I think Greg would go first. And then Ron would slip in there and be like, yeah, they'd talk together and they'd be like, what the hell is going on?
What is going on with those two? I know it is. Listen, maybe France and Israel are in cahoots with the Trump administration to have her offed. I don't know, but I just think it all sounds absolutely insane. And if you are following along, and you're buying into it, then I don't know where the bees fit, but the Jew bees are probably somehow involved in that too.
And the lasers.
Right.
The with the lasers. Right.
And a very bloody Mikey McCoy. He's also involved. So
all over the place.
Speaking of crazy, Tucker Carlson, pretty much anytime he does the crazy like laugh or like when he gets all like when he's when he does that, or when he's when he's imitating someone but not well, he does this thing now that it like grates on me. He has become so detestable to me lately.
Yeah, me too.
And ever since he talked to Nick Fuentes, he's still kind of glazing him, as Ben Shapiro would say, but also calling him an anti-Semite. And so Nick Fuentes was on his show. I saw a clip of this floating around. He's now mad at Tucker because they had such a lovely time together. They had like this 3-hour dinner, then they had the show together, and not once did Tucker accuse him of being an anti-Semite. But now that it's in hindsight, now Tucker is saying that Nick is an anti-Semite, and now Nick is mad. So now they're fighting, which brings me just endless glee because it's so ridiculous.
Why doesn't Nick just own it? I don't understand why he doesn't just own it.
I don't know.
Why doesn't he just say, yeah, you're right, I am? Because he says stuff that is blatantly anti-Semitic. And he's
know.
Like, I like Hitler, blah. So why don't you just say that you are what you are? And
I don't know.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah, I don't know. But Tucker cannot get over Ben Shapiro. Like, Ben is clearly the thorn in his side that he will continue to ignore and not debate.
Right.
But he will take every opportunity he can to rip on Ben. Here's an example when he does the crazy maniacal imitation. And pretends that Ben said something that he has never actually said. This is the stuff that makes me crazy. Here's Tucker.
But Nick Fuentes first became known freshman year of college, like first month of college. He's a student at BU, and he put something on the internet, Twitter or something, and basically like, why does Israel control our Congress? Something like that. He's a college freshman. And Ben Shapiro, sitting at like command center somewhere, is like, what? A college student who's not on board with the program? Destroy him. And Ben Shapiro tries to, quote, cancel this kid. He's a fucking college student. He's a freshman from Chicago.
He did not do any such thing. He simply responded and criticized him, which is a normal thing to do. Yeah.
It's called the free country. You're allowed to do that. I mean, Ben Shapiro can respond to whoever the hell he wants to.
Yeah. And then remember the whole big hullabaloo with the Heritage Foundation and Kevin Roberts defending Tucker Carlson, which made everybody like super, super mad.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah. So I hope Kevin realizes that he was sleeping with the enemy in that moment, because now Tucker is ripping on Kevin Roberts for being weak. The same Kevin Roberts that defended him. Now Tucker is ripping on him. Man, this guy is just... I mean, the worst friend ever. The worst. Here's what Tucker said just this weekend.
There's a man called Kevin Roberts, who I knew and really liked, took over the Heritage Foundation a couple of years ago. And I thought, and that's the biggest foundation in Washington. And I thought that he could steer it into a positive direction. I think he certainly wanted to. He tried. And in the end, 10 days ago, he was completely destroyed by this fighting within the Republican Party and the conservative movement. Very, very sad. And I think the Heritage Foundation will, and I say this again with sadness, because there are smart people there. They have a ton of money. They should be a force for good. But I don't see how they ever will be.
Not after that.
No, not after that.
Absolutely cannibalized him.
Yep. And he allowed it. He was weak.
Yeah.
He decided he wanted his job more than to tell the truth. And that's a moment that I think every man faces inevitably in life. And I understand the fears. I mean, I've certainly been there a lot, and, not wanting to lose your job. I get it. I'm not judging, but you have to choose the truth.
What a piece of crap. So AG tweeted, Kevin Roberts took all that heat, lost so many good people from Heritage just to avoid criticizing Tucker, and Tucker throws him right under the bus.
God.
All Kevin did was condemn anti-Semitism, and that's apparently too far for Tucker. The loyalty only goes one way. So do the standards being applied to Tucker's critics. He says the most vile things about people who disagree with him daily, but calling out what he's doing and the hate he is trying to normalize is labeled infighting somehow.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Megyn won't cross him anytime soon.
Right?
Yeah, because we know how friendship works with him.
Yeah. I mean, that...
Because she's very loyal. She's very loyal to him. So we'll see what happens with that. Yikes.
All right, we need to do some fun things, and you guys are about to just die of cuteness. Like, I don't even know how to prepare you for how cute this is, but look at the affection that this deer and this golden just, I mean, you guys.
Oh my God.
I cannot deal. Isn't it the most
sweetness.
precious?
Oh my God. They are in love with each other. They are in
Oh
love.
my God. It's just unbearable.
Absolutely in love with each other. I love it. I love interspecies love. You guys, I love it. Oh my God.
Aren't they the most precious?
The sweetest. Look.
And then the way that he just snuggles at the end, his little head is on. I mean, I cannot cope with how cute that is.
Absolutely.
I can't.
He's never going back to his deer family, ever. Never going back.
Oh my God, it's so precious. Look how happy he is. He's so happy here. You can have my back and you can rest your head on it.
I love her. I love her, Mom.
He's so happy. I can't take it. I cannot take it. Anyway, that was so cute. I don't know why greyhounds keep showing up in my algorithm. It's like the universe is trying to. It's like the universe wants me to have a greyhound. I'm not ready for another dog yet. I mean, I'm getting there, but I'm not ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
But because they keep showing up, I keep having to share them with you. And apparently, greyhounds sleep in odd positions, like this one.
My Danes do this.
They're so lanky and silly.
I love him. Look at his face. He's smiling. So cute. They really are cute.
They really are. And then there's one. There's one greyhound owner that says it's basically their life mission to take the most unflattering photos of their dog. And so there's a montage of unflattering photos, and you guys cannot get over how bad they are.
Oh my God. They're so great. I love all of these. Oh my God. I need to do this with my dogs. All of them. That's so great. My God.
I know. I just love that so much.
Today to take unflattering pictures of your dogs. This is fantastic. All of them.
And the best part is that they're not going to go on Instagram and be like, delete that. I look so bad.
That's so true. They won't do it. That is fantastic.
And looking unfortunate is not limited to just greyhounds, because just look at this goofy, derpy lab, you guys.
Oh my God, I saw this yesterday. Look at his mouth. What is his mouth?
Oh, he looks like a floppy potato.
A floppy potato. Look.
Oh my God, I love it.
The derpiest dog in Dirt Town.
Ah, so cute.
Love.
And then lastly, I know people have tried the head tilt test where you pretend you're on the phone and you say all your dog's favorite words to see if they get super head tilty. Mm-hmm. So a dachshund owner did that. And, you know, I'm also getting a lot of dachshunds in my feed right now. And here is how precious it turned out.
Yeah, I was thinking about what we're going to do tomorrow. I was thinking we'd go in the car. Yeah, maybe we'd go to the park or something. Yeah, I was really hoping to go to the park.
Oh my God.
Maybe
those ears.
Like getting
They're
coffee in
like
pup cups. There's some cream. Yeah, the girls really like those. Yeah, and when we go to the park, we have to remember to bring their balls.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Hazel really likes to bring her ball.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to bring some water. Yeah, and then we'll come home.
Mom.
I'm ready.
I'm on the phone.
Come on. You know who does that to the extreme in our house is Bear. You just
Really?
say, oh my God, Bear, his head tilts so far that it almost falls off. It tilts. If like, are you okay? Like, and his ears go up and he tilts.
Oh my God, you have to get video of that.
Get video of it because he tilts.
You
so
have
hard.
to.
You know what else he does, you guys, that I need to get video of?
You just muted. What? We don't know what he did. What did he do?
I'm
Okay, there
sorry,
he
on
is.
my back. He enters rooms backwards.
What?
Yeah, like he did it this morning. My husband and I were getting ready this morning, and all of a sudden we see, because you see this tail coming in backwards. I don't know why. If anybody
What
understands,
in the
I've had dogs
world?
my whole life. I've never had a dog that does that, but he enters rooms backwards. I don't
Like
understand.
all the time, every
A
time?
lot, like 50% of the time.
Does he come into the house backwards too?
He backs like in rooms, not really coming in from the like if he's coming in from outside, he doesn't do it. But when he comes,
Okay.
goes from room to room, he'll come in backwards. So you see this
What in the
giant
world?
fluffy tail just ass first coming in, and you're like, "What are you doing?" It's I have to get a video of it. Somebody said my
That's
my
amazing.
son's dog does the same thing. What is that? Yeah, my daughter says that we need to get like one of those beep 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 things on him. It's crazy.
You do. That's amazing. I don't understand that at
weird.
all.
Yeah.
We do have some thank yous. We have one from Rhonda Phillips who said, "No caffeine Daisy is my spirit animal. Hope you all had a great weekend." Let's see. I think we have more on Venmo. We have from Jace Denner who said, "Hey chicks, giving a shout out to my beautiful wife, Vanessa. It was her birthday on Saturday, 26 part 14. Love you both. Keep rocking it. Thank you for that.
Happy birthday."
And Karen Marisco said, "How is it Michelle hates the expectation of having straight hair all while straightening her hair?"
Right.
What? She has such an ungrateful spirit. Happy Thanksgiving, Chicks family. Grateful for this community you all built. Please pray for Erika as she faces the holidays without Charlie.
That's right, you guys.
Good
That is
point.
a lovely thing to say. And yes, we should all do that.
Your turn.
Okay, Marcy Peralez. Good morning, Mock and Daisy. Happy Monday. Hope your weekend was restful. Have a wonderful
great.
day. Much love. Mock had a fantastic weekend. And after just a massive migraine on Friday, I recovered and had a lovely weekend. So thank you. Yes. Lady Shenandoah just saw Corinne Clark on local Fox 5 in DC talking about the Ukraine war. She did great. She does a lot of local stuff.
Yeah.
She
Go,
is
Corinne.
really- go, Corinne. Sandy Stokes, 7549. Pray for me. I'll have 38 family members for Thanksgiving. It's going to be wild and wonderful here in West Virginia. Happy Turkey Day to everybody. God bless. 38.
That's a
Sandy.
lot of people.
Everybody pray for Sandy. Oh my goodness. Arnhem. So let's get this straight, Mr. Mamdani. You met with and openly disagreed with a fascist leader of a whole ass nation, and you're alive. Good job.
Way to go.
Point. Great point, Arnhem. Curio2369 had Slick Willie as commander-in-chief. I don't really know what that's referring to. You got to give us some context because, we're old.
Yeah,
That's how that works, right? Michelle, 55. Erika understands the C.S. Lewis quote. To be a Christian means to forgive the inexcusable because God has forgiven the inexcusable in you. It relieves her of carrying the burden and gives her peace. I love that quote. I need to be more like that. We all need to be more like that. So thank you for reminding us of that, Michelle. Karen Elliott, 2903. Full biddy bear hug or nothing. Full body,
right.
full body
Full
bear
body.
hug or nothing. Yes, totally. Arnhem. I have no regrets at all about the $7,000 we've given our deep state soldiers. The jerks on the right. Also, Pam Bondi is a lying liar. Her lies. Take my money. Joni Driscoll, 201. Please, everybody, pray for my dad and his care team as he is having open heart surgery at 11 a.m. Texas time this morning. Yes, pray for him.
Okay.
Bo Mama 8. I think Candace does what she does for attention. In her mind, the fact her actions forced a response from whomever validates her. She's ridiculous. I think she's losing it, y'all.
This is getting just weirder and weirder.
It is weirder and weirder. Marcy Peralez. Candace has lost her ever-loving mind. And we're here for the show. Has anyone checked on her children? Poor things. Have a great day. I'm pretty sure that her children have a nanny.
Or several.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that somebody else is watching those kids. Michelle Potts, 4233. I am turning 50 and would love a happy birthday from the chicks. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michelle.
50 Michelle. Elweens, enjoying my job as a trolley driver and my mortgage is all caught up. Still looking for a full-time work in my career.
Good luck, Lori. At least you're doing something that's bringing home some bacon.
That's right. Okay, you guys,
but stop sending us money also.
Right. That's right. You're right. Bringing it in, you guys. We have one more show this week, and then it's going to be turkey galore is what it's going to be.
Turkey galore.
So you guys have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching. or listening, be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.